All right. Three of us are here.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Last time on the dynamic of good and evil, Bundle, the Stalker Tabaxi, Ranya, the Halfling Druid, Dashkin, the Barbarous Dragonborn, and Mephisto Bard Filiana had found themselves in possession of some downtime, which they used while awaiting clearance on passports and property paperwork. The crew were given a visit by Commander Fayette of the nearby Fort Lippy and Bergaya, a masked woman representing the upper leagues of the National Guard, who approached the adventurers regarding a mission they wanted done, an isolated fortress in the Deserto invaded by a battalion of renegade mercenaries from the Nin Collective, a group determined to intern and possibly eradicate bird folk on account of a vague prophecy of sorts. After briefing, the party were left to their own devices, upon which they were summoned to visit their deed lands just outside of the city, an abandoned factory complex overrun by rust monsters, and populated by a curious ape-folk squatter named Feller, skilled in alchemical know-how. Having defeated an onslaught of the corroding creatures, we rejoined the group in the midst of planning a recoup on their losses of sorts. And so, we return to the dynamics of good and evil. Now, I'm just going to say this right now. Fel will not be joining us tonight, unfortunately. However, I will grant her wishes done tonight, which I believe involved fixing her armor, or at least getting her some new stuff, since she was mildly corroded by the rust monsters. Is there anyone else who wants to take point on repairs / trading post stuff?
Dash would like to get his glaive replaced since it probably can't be repaired.
Alright.
See if he can trade it in to lower the price for a new, just standard glaive.
Alright.
As well as get any other metal that was just on him that replaced if need be.
Well,
Buckle got fucked.
Anything else?
I think that was all that he had on him that got messed up. So yeah, he's just gonna get a new belt and get a replacement.
Yep. Do you want to trek back to the city to do this? Since there's not... Or you can head out to Roderick's place.
Which is close.
You are outside the city, but it's roughly same distance each way.
I don't think Roderick will have a spare belt, so I'll head into the city.
Alright. You make your way back into the...
Although was gonna join him. His stuff isn't good. Sure.
I did not hear him. Did anyone else?
No.
Bundle will join.
I too would. Wait. The
You don't
need to.
You don't really use metal.
Yeah, I suppose I don't really.
This is more housekeeping stuff, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, the only the two things that Ronnie only wanted to do was go try to make some more potions and see about. Well, we had some Redport credits or something stored up, didn't we?
I believe,
Yeah,
I believe the banker knows.
He's currently being arrested.
They're coming for us.
I apologize. Like right next to a fire station. So
Let's see, let me check my notes. I may have kept track. I did not.
Yeah, according to my notes, you guys have 400 RC, Redport credit.
I think we basically just wanted to get some basic living stuff set up, right?
Yeah, but pretty much. I wanted to see about getting the structure replaced that was damaged in the thing, and just make the place somewhat livable, so that once we are back from our adventure, we have a home to come back to.
So, do you want to see about getting it repaired, or you want to start having things installed? Have I brought your attention
first
to?
and foremost.
Have I brought your attention to the Red Reno Squad of Renovators Incorporated?
I don't believe you have.
I think you did get... Yes, you did. You did.
Did we? Okay.
See, how much credit do we have?
Wait, we can make a school?
This is basically structures you can build. The first half is like buildings. The second half is like expansions and renovations. So this
how much
the first part is like actual if you wanted something built. Like if you just had a piece of land, you didn't have any buildings with it.
See, and we have 400 red credit.
400.
I think
how much would repairs to what is currently there cost?
we don't have anything close to what we can do to make this stuff.
Did you scroll down?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I don't see any options for repairs.
Yeah, I don't see anything either. No.
I can tell you just a basic cleanup crew would just be somewhere between 50 and 100 RC.
What I'm personally thinking is a cleanup crew and some lodgings. What do you guys think?
What about structural repairs?
I think that's part of the cleanup crew, right?
I would rather not assume that.
Yeah.
Our structural repairs part of the cleanup crew.
Yeah, that would cost you roughly 100 RC.
Okay.
So if it was just basically like you wanted a Stanley steamer to come in, that would be 50. If you wanted them to do repairs while they're cleaning, that would be 100.
Yeah, I think we'd want to have the structure, the whole shebang. So I think we would want to shoot for the one.
All right, that leaves you guys with 300 RC.
Oh, okay.
I'm personally thinking lodgings, so we have like rooms and such to come back to, and eventually we can repurpose that into like an inn, so we can start making money.
That is, yeah.
The lodgings would be living quarters. It is not an inn.
Okay, well, still living
It
quarters.
would basically be
they
they would be expanding on the factory to create, or using the space they have to create rooms for you personalized.
That's fine.
I think that's what we should do.
Escape route. I wonder if we can
Start with the necessities down.
I know.
So yes, full cleanup crew with repairs and lodging. That's what we're cool with.
Please
Yes.
note, these options only build the structure. Red Reno's is not responsible for the stocking of stores and or hiring of staffers for such additions.
That's fine.
That's fine. We can find some people to rescue and then force them to work for us.
That being said, one of our friends who was here, or rather, new acquaintance.
Oh, he's still up in the tree. Well, hang on. How much time would you say is Pat? Are we picking up immediately after this, or are you guys going to head into town and get your stuff prepared and then come back? And
I was going to think...
Are you going to go into town, put in your work order, and then come back?
I figured we'd see about this guy first, then go into town to take care of what we need, and come back.
Alright.
So, first of all, we took care of the restaurants. We find if there's anything that we can get out of them and then we address the gorilla, the blue orangutan in the tree.
Yes, you walk up to him. He's very flustered. He just gathered up a whole bunch of bits and bobs into his cloak and rolled it up in his apron front, and just like, you almost got me killed.
Well, here's the better question: are you dead?
Don't get smart on me, young man.
Well, then come on down so we can continue.
I'm much more comfortable up here for the moment.
Suit yourself.
Well then, answer me this. Do you still plan on squatting here?
Depends whether there be people around.
To do repairs?
Like I said, you don't necessarily have to get kicked out. Maybe we can come to some sort of deal.
We are reasonable people.
I don't like being around while other people are around. Most likely your work order only entail work during the day, so I will probably come back around at night and do my little only personals in my own due time.
Well then, if you're going to be around at night, how would we get you some incentive to stay around during the night? It's not like we're going to be able to come back every broken into. So it would be nice to keep the look-see around while we're gone.
You're being awful vague about an incentive.
Well, what insight? Some people prefer gold, others prefer others prefer drink. Some prefer the more carnal things.
Were you trying to say carnal or cranial?
Carnal. Sorry.
Ranya looks at his 4 apes. I think I summoned dudes, so I'm not.
Rania, that's racist.
And and I'm not trying to offer him that right.
You seem to have leaped over the fact that coin is often the easiest incentivizer.
Well, it is. So how much? So how? At least for your time.
How much you got?
I believe I asked you first.
Yes, and I don't like to lowball.
And I, can I read this guy to see how
Roll
much
an
it would be?
insight.
Alright. I want to see how much this guy.
I was
As a
under the
guard.
impression he was going to be here regardless.
Well, I'm trying to make sure that if he's going to be here, rather than someone come in and try to kick him out. $17.
You get the feeling this guy doesn't have a lot of coin on him, and he's going to exploit the fact that he can probably make an easy living off of this. So you're probably going to get a good deal out of him no matter what. Like, you look at his ragtag clothing. Like, it's not like pure rags, but it is sort of stitched together, hobnob, and it only looks clean probably because he's so persnickety about it.
Okay. Let me do some figure how much we have.
And we should probably try to figure out what the rate of standard living is.
How much is poor living state a day?
I've got a book for that.
We also have to times it by how long we're going to be
Lifestyle
gone.
expenses.
I know.
Meanwhile,
You're
I'm
asking
trying to
for
figure out what kind of
modest,
spells
poor,
I
or
can
comfortable?
take.
First poor, then modest.
I feel like comfortable would be the one we want to shoot.
It's what we want to shoot for, but it's not what we can afford.
Per day, we're
thought
looking
modest was
at
tiring
3
comfortable.
silver a day for poor, 1 gold per day for modest, and 2 gold per day for comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I think about it and say, here's how this will work. We give you 5 gold now, and for every day that we're gone, we'll give you an additional 5 silver upon our return. Does this seem adequate?
Roll a persuasion check.
I only have a +3 to wisdom still.
5.
Double that starting amount and you've got yourself a deal.
Bundle just kind of smirks, says, "All right, but you gotta come down here."
Oh yeah?
He
He wriggles around at the top and starts lowering down a little basket using some string. There's even a little note that says 10 gold, please.
Oh look,
Psychiatric help.
fellow-
Psychiatric help, 10 gold.
What the fuck?
What is it you do anyway?
I tinker. And then I adventure around with some crazy half-elf.
Well, what are the things you tinker?
Well, there's this. Pulls out a circular flask filled with grayish-green ichor.
And that is...
It'll burn the face off of most anything you don't like.
No, it's that.
that's wonderful.
I mean, I can literally do that whenever I want.
I think that's because of your biology. I think
Yeah.
he can do it just without the need for acid sacs.
Sure.
Feliana wanders out and I was like, why are you guys arguing with the monkey man? He helped us.
We're not arguing. We're
Onion blinks. Helped?
Oh.
We're
Helped
negotiating. Shaka, 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 shaka.
How about this? 10 gold, and if we ever buy anything from you, we do so at a discount.
Huh?
He's trying to see if he can add a discount into the 10 gold deal. If we ever buy anything from him.
he's practically, well, we can take care of that at a later date.
Well, I'm just trying to sweeten the deal for us since Feliana's not here.
I mean, that's all well good and all, but we're trying to, step 1, get him to stay. Step then incentivize.
I think Brentmouth was a
So you're trying to convince him to basically be the Night Watch.
Yes. So Bundle takes it from his own 10 gold and drops it into the basket.
Sure. I'll stick around for a bit.
Dash thinks we got rid.
I think we should get him bound
If
by a contract.
if you guys don't come back in 15 days, the place is mine.
No.
No.
No, that was not part of the agreement.
Fine, 21
I say we
days.
need a lawyer.
At this
We have
point,
the deed.
at this point, Bundle's getting angry. We have already we've already made a You renege. You and I are going to have.
Good berry, the best for 7 days. Better berry than last for 2 weeks. except for the master day, which will last until the heaven fall into the mouth. Really? Shit.
Think of it like this as well. We made it through the underpass into the Feywild and back and survived. We're not really people you want to.
That sounds like you got through on easy mode.
And also, you're orangutan, not like to milk the crap.
Marty sighs. Why are we negotiating with this guy again?
Mostly to make sure that anything stays here, if anything.
I think our
What's
money
there
would
to
be better.
take?
Our money would be better spent hiring guards.
Well, unfortunately, we don't. Bundle looks to the guy and looks down to Sonia and whispers, "We're not necessarily flush with cash."
What's your passive
Guard,
insight? What's
we're
your
gonna
passive insight bundle?
Passive insight?
Yeah.
15.
You look at this guy. He looks like he's a joker in the moment, but you get the idea that he might be joshing around with you. He just really needed that gold in the immediate.
Gotcha. But Bundle still just whispers to Rania, "This is probably guard we can right. We're not necessarily flush with cash."
Marty tilts his head. I suppose that is fair. I mean, if given a week, I could probably organize it that the animals around could protect our land, but
The problem is we don't have a week. I think we're setting out in what? A day?
Rania nods.
Oh, adventurers! I hope you guys survive whatever you're going to do. He slowly climbs down on the opposite end of the tree and just starts walking off in the distance, strangely enough, away from the city.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Just to let you guys know, the people we're gonna be facing down in the desert. So what?
Yeah. Stuffy stuff in the chat.
Go on.
Dash just remembered the fact that he was told that the chosen, Tiamat's chosen, also hang out towards the deserto, so he's trying to warn the group that, hey, we might run into these motherfuckers. So just
and Bundle just kind of shrugs. Great.
Yeah, you negotiate pretty well with Feller as you guys make your way out, and Raleigh is currently just sitting on the hillside reading a book. Like, is everything up to par for you guys?
We're going to have to.
might gotta.
We're going to need a word with you.
Okay. It's nothing too terrible, is there?
It seems that the property was rust monsters, did he call them?
Oh yeah, Croters. Yeah, those guys can be pretty awful. I can contact, see if we can get you a complimentary exterminator drop by. Pest control.
No, we've already taken care of.
Well, we took care of the rust monsters, but
well, that's great.
we don't know. Hold on, no, we don't know what else might be.
Not to mention, there's been a bit of structural damage, so we're going to have repair.
Yeah, so if I'd say we take them up on the complimentary exterminate. I mean, complimentary means free, right?
Yes,
Typically.
the first one is free.
I'd
They will
say
give you
we
a
take
basic.
'em up-
They will give you a basic look over, and
I'd say
if they
we take 'em
find
up
something,
on
they'll
that.
take care of it as long as it's not too deep and infestive.
Then that sounds like a good idea.
Yep, and I can also take that work order right now if you want.
Yeah,
There will probably be two. orders. I have one for repairs, installation.
Can you repeat that? I heard half of that.
Okay. He said he wants one installation of repairs as well as cleanup, along with the installation of.
So you want? God damn, is it my connection or can anyone else hear him?
I heard him that time. He said repairs and cleanup as well as log.
Okay, yeah. Riley takes your work order and looks into his file on your account. Like, oh yeah, that'll drain you just about. But yeah, we can. I can put that order in, and it should be done within a fortnight.
Well, hopefully it'll be a nice surprise to come back.
Indeed. Just so you know, the lodgings will not actively install beds. From the itinerary I received, there are 2 beds currently at the establishment. The other 2 will have to be either delivered or acquired.
That's something to look into when we get back, I suppose.
Yeah, Red Rhinos is pretty good about most things, but if it requires material or things like... Yeah, like you get the basic room, but they don't provide a bed or shelves or furniture.
Well, do you sell furnishings?
I personally don't, but there are some outlets that probably sell discounted wares.
We should probably look into that when we come back, honestly.
Yeah. I was just making sure if stop shopping or not.
Yeah, I'd say let's just get whatever gear we need replaced, and then we let the other 2 know whenever they come to visit us that we're taking the job.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you guys put your work order in, then you head into town to get some armor and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, Dash is just gonna get his glaive replaced and get a new belt.
All right.
I don't need...
You can sell if you guys have slightly corroded material, they will accept it as scrap metal, but they're going to give you only a tad amount of cash for it because it's scrap metal at this point.
Dash will just do that to get rid of the glaive and lower the cost of the new glaive he's gonna get.
Yeah. So we've got the glaive being turned in. Feliana's giving away her slightly corroded armor. Is there anything else anyone's giving away?
I know Bundle only got hit with the like barely. He only got hit with 1 round on his studs on his armor. Does it turn into leather armor now?
It does, yes.
Okay. Then that drops it down by 1.
Yep. So the studs are almost useless right now, but the leather's still holding pretty well. The interior metal is holding out pretty well. It's just the exterior studs that suffered a bit in that battle.
Alright. If that just brings me down to 1 AC, I'm not going to worry about it too much because we need to conserve money.
Yeah, and Dash is replacing his stuff out of his own money.
Okay. So yeah, you guys can sell away your scrap... You can sell away your glaive, Dash, at... They'll give you 2 gold for it.
I'm fine with that.
And Fel will try and convince them about the use of her studs. Let me try and roll that again before it rolls off into infinity. Okay, yeah, that's... could be better. She manages to convince them to pay her 5 gold for her stuff. So, since she convinces them that it's just slightly worn leather armor, and they're like, okay.
And how much will a new glaive cost, as well as a belt?
A new glaive will set you back A new glaive, brand spanking new, will set you back 25 gold.
Yeah.
How desperately do you need that?
I'm good with the weapons I have right now, honestly. So I just take glaive out of my inventory. All I'm missing out on is the. And how much is a new belt?
A new belt? Oh,
Yeah.
you can get some, You can get a new belt for 4 gold.
Jesus, that's expensive.
Are you talking about a weapons belt or like a clothing belt?
Pants belt.
Pants belt? Oh, that'll be like a gold. I thought you meant like a bandolier.
No, I meant my harnesses and such are fine. I just needed a new belt because my belt buckle was metal. So I get a new belt.
Yeah, you can get that for like 2 gold.
2 gold?
2 gold. 2 gold for a really good one. That looks like it's durable.
I'll get the durable one to be safe.
Yep. Is there anything else anyone needs to go shopping for?
I think we did everything else. Should be.
Alright, Rania, you have anything you wanted to bugger around for?
Yeah. Noticed something in my notes that wasn't there before. That apparently my berries have a time limit now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been a
No,
thing.
no, my good berries had a
I
time limit,
did
but
that in the
my
last
better
2 weeks.
berries now. Yeah. So my better berries and
But
the augmented...
to be fair, we've been in the
Yeah.
last week for what? The last like 2 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
only
had-
one travel. Yeah, this is really.
I had 2 better berries and 2 good berries in my inventory. Are those just gone?
You have 1 of each.
All right.
So
In that case, I'm gonna chug them to regain some health.
So I'm looking at this and I'm. Should I just spend this this day just trying to Stardew Valley all like the berries that I currently have into the earth, so they at least can like have a chance either growing or being there when I get back.
I think your plan of trying to make more potions was honestly the better one, personally, but that's just me.
I mean,
Also, how much do better berries?
I'm pretty sure it was either or was a flat D4, considering that good berries are just a flat 1.
Brett?
Yeah, it replaces somewhere between. You
Hold
roll
on,
a
I
D3.
have this written
You
down.
roll a D3, and it would replace somewhere. It
Oh.
replaces a D3 plus 2.
Oh, I had it
So-
written down that it
So
restored a flat.
I roll a D3 plus.
Yeah, D3 plus 2.
Okay, I'll have to change that in my notes
Alright.
then, because I remember you telling me that was just a flat 5 hit. Hit.
Because Dash is just
I decided to
chugging.
make this a bit more
a lot.
interesting.
Okay, well, these are things I need.
But
to
these
know
rules
about.
are now set in stone. Those berries ones,
So-
I finally come up with. Okay, this is the way it's going to sit. Because technically,
was
good
that a
berries are only
1D?
supposed to last a day.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what was it? A 1D?
1d3
for
plus 2.
Better berries, 1d3 plus 2. They replace anywhere between 3 and 5 HP per better.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I just needed to know, so
Yep.
I have it for my notes.
Yeah, you can put that into the berries background thing. You just put all the notes you need to inside there if you want to remember it.
Some of these are
technically featured.
incomplete because I haven't been able to experiment on them. It takes time to experiment on them, and unfortunately I haven't been able to have the time because it takes time in the campaign
It's all
to
good.
discover what all these...
It's all good.
Like, for example, I still have no gene berries are supposed to... I just have a big question mark next to it.
Well, that's because they're signed by Charlie Sheen, every single one of them.
Christ. Anyway,
Okay,
that's my housekeeping, guys.
the problem is, my thought is, if I don't plant these things now, they could disintegrate while we're off and doing our thing, which I don't know. Rania doesn't know yet if he can recreate these berries
Plus,
on his own.
you remember. Plus, you know that good berry and better berry, as a result, require a vast intake of magic to create. Hence, they're a spell.
Yeah.
So basically, they need a magical influx in order to repopulate.
Would doing plant growth count as a magical influx?
Using your druid magic?
Using my spell.
Isn't that the one that would take? Oh yeah, we have 8 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
If we're taking this date,
if you use the 8-hour increment, yeah, you could enrich a portion of land that could basically make it good for a month.
It would take my entire day, but at least I'll have a portion of land where I farm and have my berries set up. I don't know. It's a long-term thing. Already been pushed into I should do more short-term things. Yeah. Should I run it by the party in game before I make a decision?
I mean, at least tell them where you're going if you do anything. Don't just want to disappear. I'll bet he's fine.
I'll run it by them in game before they set off to into.
Yeah, because you don't have any shop things to do.
No, I have nothing to do shop wise. And you said you already did. I didn't have time to talk to you before that because you all rushed off.
No, we can reverse it.
Yeah,
we can turn back time for a brief second. And say, yeah, do you want to tell them right now that hey, I'm going to stick around here and see if I can do something with these berries?
I'm going to ask him if that is a better idea because all these berries will be gone within 2. Actually,
Dash is fine.
Bundle actually encourage.
Okay.
You are
Rania
encouraged.
actually reaches into. He takes out.
Barbaric inspiration.
He gives both Bundle and Bundle and Dash 5 of the haste berries.
Okay.
So he gives you both 5 of the perfume berries. And I don't really know if the firebird would be a good idea to be passing around right now. I don't really
Dash does not want those.
That is fair.
The last time he ate one, he caught fire.
Yeah, unfortunately the side effect is it's too dangerous. Bundle, did I give you sleep berries already?
They're gone.
Okay. Then I give 2 of the sleep berries to Bundle and 1 of the sleep berries to Dash, considering I have 2 spares still left. Okay. Rania, let's say. Alright, you guys can have for now, and hopefully you guys can make use of them. I'm going to spend today trying to carve up some land and make a space to try to grow some of these berries. It'll take a little bit of time, but
Feliana wishes you luck. Wishes you luck. You get inspiration.
Yay, inspiration.
That'll cancel out the barbaric inspiration.
God damn it, Dash.
Okay.
Bastard.
I have dragons put fire berries. Oh.
I wonder if we can weaponize the barbaric inspiration against our enemy.
But you missed the asterisk. It only works in your party.
Okay. So what Ronnie is going to do is going to have a plot of land.
Yeah, I can say you get it. You find yourself a plot of land on the side of the hill.
Yeah.
Seems to be some rank mud that could use some improvement.
Hmm. Trying to think of the. Oh, I know what I can do. He's going to take some time to clean up the land, trying to make it available. He's actually going to summon some apes in order to help him with the workforce. Just try to get the place cleaned up, so
Alright.
he can start working on it and start planting and. And I'm going to plant. Let's see. I'm gonna make a separate thing of this. You can come back to me. I'll give you my notes after they're done doing their thing.
Alright, so we'll come back to Ranya in a little bit. While he's preparing. Bundle and Dice, is there anything specific otherwise you guys do when you head into town? As soon as you guys reach the gate, Fel tells you, I'm kind of exhausted with that. I'm going to go hang out at the fortress until you guys drop in.
Sounds good.
I wonder if we can move our fortress over to...
We're taking that with us when we head out, motherfucker.
Oh, definitely. But if it be... doesn't matter.
It beats having to camp.
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
Especially if we're gonna have to deal with the dragon.
But once we're done with all the shops, Bundle does say, I need to make one quick... need to go to see...
You need to go see someone?
The florist. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No. Alright, well, I guess I'll meet you back at the fort.
Alright.
Alright, so who are you?
Dash heads to the fort.
Okay. That leaves Bundle and Ranya for activity. Bundle, who are you looking to interact with at the florist?
I was actually...
Ugh.
I was going to talk to whoever would be the highest person up in the cliff who is there currently, and let them know that I am going to be away for a while. So that way they're not like just wondering where the hell did I go if they do their job.
So you go in, and is not there. However, Sir Spira is there.
I think I had that person's name. Or rather, I thought I did. Suspiria. Okay, the human female. Bundle just gives her a greeting and says, "All right, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to be going out of town to deal with a certain situation. In case I am needed, I'm not going to be remotely close. I'm heading to the...
She's filing her nails as she plugs a couple of clay pots into the kiln.
That being said, is there anything that might be of interest to me that might be of interest to you or the guild while I'm out?
If you're heading towards the Deserto, how about bringing us something interesting from your travels, some juicy tidbit from the east, or perhaps even if you see any wandering members, you can offer your services while you're out abroad. I mean, we're not just settled here in the city, obviously, you would know that. If I remember correctly, you were recruited somewhere in the central countryside.
That would be correct.
So you know we're not just one central location.
That being said, is there any particular call sign I should watch out other than the obvious.
Watch for the ashen eye, and, yeah. Bring me back a nice scarf. Those deserto types really do love making their textiles.
I might have to bring it back too, he says as he ponders.
A scarf with dragons on it would be most excellent.
That's kind of familiar.
Don't we have something like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was that cult of Tiamat thing.
Yeah, that was. Wait, bundle in. Wait, a scarf with what?
Can you repeat that?
He looks to her and repeat what she asked for. A scarf with dragon what?
No, draconic design. Wings, terrifying drake heads. The usual. They're not very subtle about their designs.
He raises the brow and says, "What do you do with them?"
I'm just asking you for a simple errand, something that would make me smile.
Fair enough, I suppose. Guess I'll be more than a little busy while I'm out there. I'll try not to get too much sand and blood on me.
She takes a swig from a little drinking vase near her hand. Little dribble exits out her mouth. Looks almost like chocolate. And she dabs it and puts it back into her mouth and sucks on it for a while. Anyway, I'm sure you have other obligations, but good luck serving his lordship.
Well, guess they know.
Bundle just kind of nods and says back in Thieves' Cant, "I'll do my best. Give my regards give my regard to the boss."
Oh, he'll know. He'll know. Takes another swig from the drinking vase.
Okay. Then he goes ahead and leaves and heads back to
The fortress? Or the town?
fortress.
Okay.
The fortress, I'm sorry.
The fortress of Dynamix.
Alright.
No.
As you make your way back to the fortress, we'll cut back to Rania for a brief minute.
Okay, I should nearly have everything done.
He's been making a spreadsheet, like, okay, we should require this amount of fertilizer and this amount of soil and this amount.
Nearly. Right now I'm just putting down what I'm going to be putting into the garden that I'm not going to be taking with me. I'm torn on the giant frickin' berry because I haven't found a use for it yet. But
yeah, and from your brief examination of it, you're pretty sure it doesn't have seeds.
Sure is that. Looks like I won't be able to.
We probably should have used the identify spell on that berry, all things considered.
Unfortunately, Fella's taking a nap, so I can't really. As far as I know, this thing will turn into a sentient creature one of these days. Actually, if it really can't rot into.
Just in hindsight, I realize now that we should have been using identify on the unknown berry.
Yeah, I don't think Fella had on identify until recently. Oh no! What happened was she needed pearls in order. Because she wasn't a ritual cat.
And then she needed diamonds.
Yeah.
We have the diamonds for Revivify.
Okay, so what I got down is 2 sleep berries, 8 green teeth berries, 2 toothberry berries, 5 haste berries, 3 silence berries, 2 perfume, 5 fire, 10 zap, 5 sheen, and my remaining 2 better berries. I'm also putting down.
So can you put all this in the chat so I can take note of it?
Yeah.
So you're planting all of these?
I'm planting all of them. I'm using my force to like try to get all of this done in a timely manner. Let's see. Actually, I can probably have them work on the garden while I'm casting my ritual spell, plant growth, because it's not a concentration.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have it cordoned off and plainly labeled. And,
Oh yeah, you find some sticks and some string, you start, like, cordoning it off, like
Yeah.
a garden proper.
And I'm going to, after I'm done casting my big-ass plant growth spell, which will probably take 8 hours, so Ranya's just sitting there, Indian-style, muttering to himself.
Well, since you have help,
as
I can
the
knock it
gorillas
down
are-
to 6 or 7.
I don't think the gorillas can help me cast a spell.
Well, no, but they can help you with the actual physical action of, like, carving out the garden.
The physical action is separate from making the plant growth, but if you want to knock it down, I won't stop it. But sure. And after I'm done enriching the land and everything, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be ritual casting Speak with Animal and trying to connect with the local wildlife to make sure that they know that a druid is in the and they should not try to eat any of the plants that I'm growing because they are highly experimental and magical. And even if they smell good, they can be fairly dangerous to their...
Alright, roll a charisma check with advantage.
Would that be charisma or animal?
Charisma.
Considering I'm talking to animals. Okay. And of course,
Alright,
because why would a handle
most of what you see
animal
around
ever
is...
work with handling animals?
Most of what you see around you is, like, chipmunks, squirrels, a couple of rabbits. There's not a lot of extensive wildlife in the area, since you are kind of on a hilly district, like a hilled area. But you get the idea that you got, like, 95% of the message through to them.
Mm.
Yeah, the rabbits, when you're getting close to getting finished, they come over, sniff some of the plots, and they quickly scamper away.
Hmm. Okie dokie. My apes are still around, right? Oh no, they only last for an hour. Damn it.
Well, you can keep casting it.
Well, I suppose. But I.
What is that spell? Summon creature?
It's conjure animal.
Conjure animal. Conjure animal. Conjure animal. Animal!
I suppose I'm not doing anything else today, so I can probably change. Let's see. Pretty sure I can turn into a dire wolf, right? Would a dire wolf normally be in the area? Yeah, it should. After all that, he's going to make double sure that no animals tries to mess around his garden by turning into a dire wolf and marking his territory.
All right. We'll skip past that. You mark the territory.
I just want to make sure that there are no flaming bunny rabbits when I get back.
You should have let me sleep.
Seriously, that'd be fucking terrifying. Come back, suddenly there's a bunch of elemental animals, like, running around. Somehow they've integrated power of the berries into
Flareon.
them. Suddenly they all can cast fucking spells. Oh no.
Puppies with laser eyes.
Actually, I don't have a laser eyes berry yet, but that's a possibility in the future.
After you finish your direwolf, as you change out, there is an owl sitting on a tree and staring at you, quite calmly.
Yeah, he cleaned off his hands, looks up at the owl.
There's now,
Something you need.
as you clean up, do you look down at your hands to clean them?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to let it do the whole fade away thing. I'm not looking away. I'm not blinking. Stare.
You hear a flutter off to your side.
I gotta look off to the side.
It's just a butterfly. It's like, wow, that was really loud.
Looks back
There's
over
now 3.
to the owl. The fuck? There's something that the mistress needs.
They all blink in like rhythm. 1, 2, 3.
I should still have speak with animal up.
So you cast speak with animal. You continue casting speak with animal to communicate with them.
Mm-hmm.
You hear her voice come back from them. You're very selfish, you know that.
How so?
Your overarching goal. You alone will save your people from their fate. How selfish. Are you the only one capable of saving them? Are you really that deluded?
Tilts his
That
head.
foolhardy?
It's not me who's going to be saving.
Oh, but
The
you
reason
acted like
why-
quite the opposite.
He shakes his head. I know my limitations. I cannot convince my people to break away from their tradition. That is why I need Belladonna. That's why I need my mother.
We shall see. Young wanderer, we shall see.
Call me by my granted name. I am not a wand. I'm merely a string.
The owls chuckle lightly in unison. It's actually slightly unnerving.
Shrugs. Well, anything else? Looks over the owls.
There's
You guys
only
hungry?
one. There's only one there now. It's like, huh.
Shrugs. He casts good berry at level 1. Sets some berries down for the owl in case it wants to eat.
It immediately swoops down, and as it passes by, the berries are now gone. And it just
Cool.
flies off in the distance.
He shouts, "Share with your friends!" He shrugs and goes back to doing any finishing touches on his thing, being sure to water them when he can, and trying to see whether or not the weather patterns will encourage rainfall in the near future, so it'll grow quick.
Using your innate nature sensitivity, you get the idea that in the near future, it will be a slightly drier spell than it usually has been, so water will be a bit scarce for especially this hilltop region. Like, there's no real stream that directly connects it. You'll notice there was an irrigation system that helped with the factory, but that was when it was active. It hasn't been refortified and repopulated in quite some time.
How much of the day has passed already? Like,
You've
what
got
time?
like an hour left of work on it.
How long will it take to refortify the irrigation system?
Oh, this like would be a maximum effort of like at least a small workforce in order to refortify and reform the streamway.
So even if I cast get my apes to help at 4th level rather than I wouldn't have enough of them to get all this thing done before the end of the night.
It would probably take you until the next day at noon, and that's with a full force of apes.
Oh shit! I forgot. I have a different spell now that
Yeah, don't you have create water?
I do, but that won't help me long. So like I can do that now, but it won't while I'm gone. But I do have conjure or minor elementals and conjure woodland beings.
I mean,
I know that I summon dryads. That's a thing, but I wonder if they would be able to help. No, but they probably wouldn't be able to help water get to where I need it to be.
I mean, provided you have an open container, you could probably make a mechanism, sort of like a gerbil feeder, for the garden if you took like an extra couple of hours.
Okay. I'm glad my character knows how to do that.
Well, it's just you glance around like, okay, there's got to be some way to look around. And you remember you're in an abandoned factory. There's probably some mechanism, because first of all, you need an open container for that water. And second of all, you're like, you know what, there's probably some sort of some way to irrigate something around here. So you probably could find like build yourself like a small sprinkler that's like a time delay thing.
Cool. Is that like an investigation check to try to find something?
That would be an intelligence check.
Cool. I'm touching myself.
Goddamn.
Never mind.
Yeah, you find this big old basin with rods attached to it. It looks like an umbrella. It looks like it's like this big like bowlish basin with like little umbrella rods sticking out of it. And you just need, it just takes a while. It just takes a strength check to move it out because it's a big thing. Unless you have assistance.
Didn't Dash say he was coming back here? Didn't Dash say he was coming back to, No, you were going back to the fort.
Yeah, he went to the fort.
Okay.
I mean, you could use another spell to probably summon your friends back. Actually, if you stick around till evening, Feller will be dropping by again.
The monkey?
The orang.
Well, I'm probably going to be around anyway, but no sense in relying on him per se.
Yeah, but you fiddle around with the basin, and you find like there's like you could make like a perpetual motion, like a propeller that would siphon out a bit of water at a time, and you could like fill it with like 20-30 gallons by expending like 2 or 3 uses of that create water spell, and you could fill it with enough to last at least a week or two.
Okay.
Like that little inertia bird mechanism.
I wonder if I can hook it up to a rain catcher system.
I mean, you probably need a tarp to isolate it and make that specifically work.
Can I dig around the area to see if there was a tarp left behind?
You can make a investigation check, sure.
Cool. Top's head. 13 and E.
It takes about 10 minutes, but you do eventually find a big plastic sheet that is just covering up some old contraption.
Cool. I start setting it up so it is connected to my impromptu irrigation system, and try to fortify with some stakes in the ground using my my ape do the work.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably use Druidcraft to create some stakes.
Yeah, or at least make whatever stakes I do find shirt up. I intend to have it all like wrapped up in vines, so it's at least bound together, so it can't be shaken apart by wind or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you stake it down. You create your rain catcher, where like you basically cut some of the plastic sheet up and build like a funnel inside the basins. That way, it could like catch out and then pull some water into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you make like a little plastic outline of the makeshift garden with some stake support, and it looks pretty nice. It could use a bit more polishing, but it looks good.
Why don't you use some Druidcraft to create some flowers around? There we go. But after 4 days of work, he's pretty much exhausted.
Oh yeah. And on your way out, you pass Feller as he's just carrying this oil lantern up, like.
Why don't you give them a wave? Take care, and try to be careful about the garden. It's got some volatile material growing there.
Yeah,
I might be interested in.
I don't need no natural food, youngster. Pulls out a sack
Thanks.
lunch.
What you got?
Some beef strips, some grilled corn, and a small collection of nectarines that I bought from the fruit salesman. Fruit for sale.
Healthy lunch. Oh, have a good one.
I will.
And yeah. I guess I'll see you either later on once we get back.
Tips his little padre cap to you.
Rania nods his head and starts staggering back to our fortress.
Yep. Yeah, it's evening when Rania gets back. What have the rest of you guys been doing with the rest of your day? Just been mulling it over?
Let's see. How big was that potion of poison in terms of like volume inside the actual
Potion of poison? It looks like a standard healing potion size.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, it looks like a potion of healing, down to like the tint and everything. It's same size, same type of container. It just happens to have a little note on it from Ryan. It says, "Oh, by the way, this is poison."
Okay.
And it's like, well, it could have fooled me.
Is there any way that I preemptively make some arrowheads that could have this as an injection?
I was gonna say,
Rather
you
than-
lost a lot of arrows.
Yeah, I lost 10, so I'm down to 50. But,
That would take some really intricate crafting, but you could make a check to see if you can figure it out. It would. I don't think it would take. I think it would take more than a day to probably craft that type of thing proper. You could make some ramshackle stuff, but
I
yeah,
guess-
you can try if you want.
alright. If that's the case, then he's just going to think of the idea first and not actually try to implement it.
Yeah, put it down on paper and see if you can figure it out.
Yeah, so what kind of check would that be?
Just general intelligence check.
Alright. 9.
You get an idea down, but you're not quite sure. Like, I don't think your people know about syringes. So you're thinking about like, okay, what if there was like, it was like a bean that had like, that was like but when you pierced it, it would gush out liquid. That's what I want. Like a gusher. Yeah, a gusher arrow. Yeah.
Okay. And I just basically just have the idea written
Like
down.
you have an idea of like it would have a piercing tip, and then like you would like basically what you came up with is like an arrow with like some sort of capsule attached to it that would rupture. And yeah, you don't quite get Dave like what you out of character were thinking about with a syringe arrow because you don't quite know what that is.
Okay. And I guess after that, he would take the time to wait for that fruit salesman to come by and prepare dinner.
Oh yeah, he's only out before evening. He comes out once at morning and once in like mid-afternoon.
Okay. Well, then I catch him before, as he's getting ready to come out and buy some fruit, or enough fruit to have for dinner.
All right. It's 3 pieces of fruit for 5 silver. So.
Well, then I'll pay him 5 gold.
All right. I get quite a lot of fruit. Yeah, you get some. You get like 6 apples, 10 assorted citruses, 5 plums, a pineapple,
And
all the fruit is available during this time of year.
that he then
And then-
goes off to
assorted dragon fruit, grapefruit, and an avocado.
Alright. Then he goes to both Bell and Dash and asks fish or poultry for dinner.
I'm feeling in the mood for the seafood tonight.
Yeah, fish sounds pretty good.
Alright. So then he goes to the wharf, if he's allowed to go there, and buys his fish spot.
You could trek the long way to the wharf, or you could just go to the fish market.
Which would yield me the better looking fish?
I mean, the fish market still has fresh fish. Both the same. Like, the wharf just has fresh-er, like, by an hour.
An hour can make the difference.
Can. But, alright, I'll just go to the fish market. Then, when he gets there, he sees what's available.
Yeah, you go to the mid-merchant, and you have your... Yeah, you can either... Yeah, you go to the Dullards meat market, and they have some perch, some cod, some starfish sirloins, interestingly enough.
What? What?
These must be freaking huge starfish.
And you?
No, they're like regular-sized starfish, like 6 ounces.
Oh.
Like six, like the biggest hunka they have is like a 6-ouncer.
I'm looking this up.
Alright. Well, he's just getting what would be not too exotic for his compatriots. Something a little bit closer to what is standard.
Like I said, there's some perch, there's some cod.
Alright.
There's like tuna salad, pre-boxed.
Do they actually have just the tuna itself?
They are actually fresh out of proper tuna.
Okay. Well, then he buys... To what?
Well, then,
He's looking
Well,
at
there's
starfish sirloin.
He buys 2 nicely sized cods.
All right, that'll run you up about a gold 5.
Alright.
oddly enough, you can eat starfish. Apparently, they taste more like sea urchin.
Well, after he gets all of that, where did he go to meet that orc girl that was
Oh, the Fresh for You farmers market.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
goes there to
she's-
see if he can.
Yeah, she's there.
Okay, he goes there to buy some spices and to flirt with her.
All right. You pop over at her stand, and as soon as you mention spice, her eyes up like, oh, I know where this is. I know where this is, and she just slowly sinks behind the boxes. There's some rustling. A box almost tips over, but you see her hand grab up and pull it over with one finger, and then it's like, then she pops back up with a little thin like tray, and it just slides open the top, and there's assorted spices. There's fresh from the salt sea. There's fresh from the sea salt. There's some jungle herbs you're familiar with. There's like garlic, cumin, thyme, rosemary.
Okay.
She limps on over with the box and just presents it very regally. Like, yeah.
Now this is like we're not talking like a small collection. We're talking like a crate size box, right?
No, it's like the size of like a
like a bread box size.
Give me in my garden.
like a bread box and a half roughly in like width, but it's only about as deep as like a shoebox.
Okay.
But she's got it like glassed off into little sections. Like here's the salt, here's the specialties, here's specialty salt, here is spicy spice, here is sweet spice.
Well, as I'm checking, first of all, I bite into a pure perfume berry. So that's happening. As if to like trying to mull over the price, and I ask how.
Yeah, what's your DC?
My DC?
Yeah, what's your DC of like spells or?
Oh, my spell DC. Wisdom spell DC is a 12.
Okay, your DC is a 12.
It's a really low.
My wisdom's not necessarily that high.
Well, I think it was charisma with those berries.
Oh, if we're going by charisma, then that would be even lower, I think.
Really?
8 plus proficiency plus charisma.
8 plus proficiency for charisma will make it an 11.
Okay, she still fails.
She still fails?
She rolled a 4.
So what's going on? I was distracted by dog.
So yeah, this medium-sized black-skinned orc with three little red pig ponytails and inverted eyes. How like she has black whites and a white iris.
I mean,
She cautiously pulls out the spice tray, looks at you. Her cheeks blanch a little bit.
and I asked her how much for the set.
Oh, I couldn't sell it all. That's I need to save some for other customers. I can sell you one of each. We're like, she's got 2 of some of them, so she's gonna keep most of them, but she can sell you like one of each for. She pulls out a little abacus. It's like 1, 2, 3, 6. No, 5. I can give you the whole set for 15 gold.
He mulls it over and says, "Tell you what, how about I do 12 gold and ask what you're doing after?"
Wait, doesn't this make 2 now?
2 what?
Didn't you hit on, like, Was it the Triton lady last game?
Trident lady?
He
Yeah, the
also
fish
hit
lady.
on the kobold at the bar.
That
That was
was
a while ago. I'm talking about in recent.
Oh, no. The Trident lady was something that was
No, she liked Fell.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not, Bundle is not the bard, even though he is more
Okay.
proactive than the bard in several regards.
Yeah.
So far, Dash and actually, yeah, no, Bundle's the only one who's been trying to find.
He's been goofing around mostly. He's not trying to find love.
Fair enough.
Oh, so you're gonna dump Henna as soon as you get what you want from her. I see how it is.
Anywho,
This bubbly little child.
he is asking earnestly. But would that be like a charisma with advantage?
Sure,
or-
make a persuasion roll.
If it's with advantage, that's a 19. And how come I hear a helicopter?
Stab.
Oh.
Your Mike's helicopter. Your mic identifies a helicopter.
Well, it stopped. Thank you.
Her cheeks blanch a little bit more. She just quietly internalizes. I'm just going to put away my wares and was going to go walk on the docks and say hello to my papa. That's all I had planned. Very, very, very quiet, sort of restrained sort of voice.
I feel so bad for her.
He then smiles and says, "Tell you what, I'm supposed to be going on a trip, and I wanted to make my last few nights rather memorable, and I figured you would help make my next few hours rather memorable themselves. Would you like a bit of company while walking on the wharf?"
Roll a straight persuasion.
Okay.
Oh!
A 9.
She is very nervous. And that is a match!
Wow.
So how does this work?
Well, I
You're helicoptering again.
I make it 13 gold and maybe?
He already had the 12 gold put on the table. He just slides another one.
She, without breaking eye contact, tries to like rake the gold in, but she kind of gets caught and and eventually has to look away and pick it all up with both hands and then slide it into her apron pocket and then just turns around, finds you in a empty little case of little wooden box of sorts and places some spice in there and hands it over and is like, I'll see you where?
Well, I can either come here or you can meet me over at where, and I tell her where the fortress is. Your choice.
Here would be fine.
All right, and he looks to her and smiles and says, "Need to be nervous." I promise not to bite,
I don't think that would do you much good. I have quite thick skin.
He tries not to laugh at that. But he nods and says, what time would...
Well, it's currently late afternoon when you say it's I close up shop in 2-3 hours.
Well, then I'll be back in that time. And he takes the spices, gives her a nod and a smile, and walks off.
Alright. She, as you walk off, she stares into the distance. Yeah, and you walk off with a whole box full of spices. You're a spicy boy.
Indeed. Which, when she's out of eyeshot, he starts running towards the fortress to hurry up and make this shit.
Alright, yeah, you get there and you bust down the door. Fell dives up like, ah!
Everything okay, Bun?
Oh, yeah.
He's laughing maniacally for some reason. He's got this weirdly positive look on his face, given this is Bundle.
He's not hiding it. He just says, I just have an appointment in 2 hours, and I want to be able to make it and make sure you guys are fed.
An appointment? An appointment, says Fel.
Insight.
Go for it. So 17?
Yeah.
He's not hiding it. He's going to meet with someone.
Fair enough.
Caked in dirt.
Yeah, Fel also rolls inside of 14.
Yep, he's going to meet somebody.
Rania, why do you look like you got into a fight with a mud golem and lost?
Gardening is a thing.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go wash up, get a few things. In the meantime, you reaches into his pack.
Mike's helicoptering and you're very quiet.
God damn it.
Did you try unplugging and unplugging your microphone back in?
What do you mean helicopter?
It literally sounds like a helicopter.
It sounds like an old Atari game.
It does.
Oh, God.
It's
Denim starring in Pitfall.
It's still working. It's still a
You are still quiet.
You
and
still
it is
sound like
still
you're
going
made
on.
by the Famicom. Denim tonight will be brought to you by ColecoVision. for your high tech RPG needs. He's gone. But yeah, Fel's also fairly curious, like, you did something with... Is this, did you meet an old friend? Did you... meet another
no.
cat?
I've made a new friend and going to see about furthering that friendship.
Oh. Really?
Really?
Hello? Anything better?
Right. So you had more luck than with the kobold then.
Hey now. That wasn't me trying to have a night at the bar. This is something else.
Fair enough.
Am I still helicoptering or?
Yep.
I'm sorry, Deneb. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening.
Just go 1 second.
Cause I'm just glad to know it's not just on my end. I'm sorry to know it's entirely on his end.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, Deneb goes off to the wash basin and starts just mud just starts oozing out of the wash chamber. It's like,
Bundle then does ask, all right, who else here knows how to cook? Because
I can certainly try.
AKA, I have a survival of 3. That's with proficiency.
no one here has proficiency with cooking tools.
I do have survival of 5, though.
She
Would
has a
survival
survival
be-
of 2, so...
Help action to see if we can speed this up.
Okay.
Do I sound better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Love of God. Rania has survival of 6, but I'm pretty sure her boy.
Well, maybe Rania giving the help action would speed it up faster than dash.
The way don't halflings have an inherent cooking ability?
Where's that?
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing.
I think the stout halfling.
Do you have proficiency with cook's tools?
I
I didn't think so.
I said I don't know.
But
That halfling's supposed to be good at cooking.
No.
They're good at eating, that's different.
yeah.
No, they cook pretty good.
But you can still give...
You're thinking Mark the half.
You can still assist Bundle if you wish.
Okay. I was gonna drop off the berries for Feliana to identify while he's off cooking himself, but I guess he can.
How many
what's
berries do you have left?
Let's see.
I thought you
after
buried most of them.
Yeah, I did bury most of them. I still have left 3 of the toothberry berries, 3 of the haste berries, 4 of the fire stoner berry, the 4 sheen berries that I still don't know what they do, and 10 zap berries. Fell to identify the sheen berries and the massive berry, so I can grasp of what exactly it does.
Off tour.
The sheen berry and the massive berry.
The sheen berries, she doesn't even cast Identify, she just looks at them and it tosses it on the ground and she touches it with her foot. I'm pretty sure I saw this at Bard College. I'm pretty sure this is just a grease spell.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's a grease
Grease berries.
Yeah, you just
Why would
toss
you
them on the
eat
ground and they
that?
explode into a half-sized grease spell.
I'll get them up.
Rania kind of like a little bit. Does it feel slick?
It does.
Okay, so I have 3 more sheen berries left. This could be how big of a space does it cover?
Gods and wads. Covers a 5-foot square.
Grease spell 5-foot square. That can be handy, especially for bundle.
Yes, it can be.
Does it require pressure, or can someone throw it down onto the ground?
It just requires you throwing it.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, it's a good thing that I planted a bunch of those, but I still have 3 more left. Okay. Rania looks at a bundle, hands them 2 of them. Feel like you could use these.
Okay. I'll take those.
Just to be clear, the grease spell cannot be set on fire, right? That's not how that works? It's just slick?
I think so.
Okay. And how about the massive berry?
The massive berry?
Uh-huh. The massive berry, of which I have named Frederick. One day I will gain the power to awaken, and I will cast it on this berry, and it shall call me Frather.
She is rather intimidated by the berry, and she
Intimidated by the berry.
looks at it. She
Do not be afraid of Frederick.
just looks at it like, I'm pretty sure from your recollections, this thing you said caused hallucinations.
I wasn't 100% sure about it at the time.
I do remember there's a spell called Hypnotic Pattern. That might have something to do with it.
Blanks. It caused hallucinations. People. Was that a thing? From what you told me, it was supposed to cause hallucinations and slow people within a certain.
Well, Hypnotic Pattern, if they fail a charm check, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay. So,
although she says it might have more effects than that, I'm afraid to actually test this. Because I don't want to end up like stares at Bundle and flashes back to the Summerfeld Academy.
Well, you do have a history of identifying things and it blowing up in your face.
I resent that remark, and I want you to shut up.
But, if you allow, he holds up his hands. I can either give you a higher chance of succeeding in identifying it, or give you a boost to your already apt powers.
Give me 1 sec.
He's offering to either do guidance or enhance ability to help her out.
I know. Alright, she accepts a touch of guidance.
Okay. He touches her hand. She starts to cast on the berry. Ranya is going to hide behind the Dragonborn. I have full confidence in you.
Alright. She does a look at it, and then she touches the berry again, and rubs her chin, and thinks, okay, I think I know what this does. Do you notice how there's slight discoloration on either side?
He
like,
nods.
if you look at it, it's like half of it is one pattern, the other half is another pattern.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's like, okay, if I think correctly, she points to the prismatic side. This side, I think, will do the hypnosis. This side points to the side that is more blue with white edging, almost like icing or ice. This, if ingested, I'm pretty sure will freeze someone solid.
Oh shit.
And if you cut it in half like this and like shows a cutting motion where you could have like half one side, half another. Like what are those candies that like Sour Patch Kids, where the top side tastes like watermelon, the bottom side tastes like grape.
Yeah.
Like one of those that, yeah, if you do this, I don't want to know what kind of combination abomination that will cause.
So one side does hypnotic pattern, and the other side does what now?
If they fail a con save, the target freezes solid for 1d6 hours.
Oh God.
What the fuck? Okay. That.
Also, this boosts your this berry boosts your spell save DC when you use it up by 1.
Wow.
It's basically a plus. It's basically a +1 spell.
How the hell am I supposed to use it? Do I throw it? Do I make him eat it?
I think that's kind of what they need to ingest it.
Okay.
I mean,
wait, does it increase the...
I guess you could point. You could like put some of it on like the tip of a dart or something.
Coat an arrow in it.
Hypnotic pattern arrows. Holy shit.
That sounds dope.
Oh,
Bundle shows off his bundle shows off his papers. Look at this. I think like about a gusher arrow where like there's like a beam. And, like...
Listen, Bundle. They have to eat it. Apparently, I don't know how you can do that.
Doesn't mean that they have to actually put it in their mouth, chew, and swallow. It could mean that it just gets into their bloodstream.
I mean, Fell Scratch, like maybe start a food fight with them? I don't know.
I think my best idea was to shove it into the dragon's mouth when it appears, which that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure how close you can get to it and then force feed it something and it would still like you. Plus, aren't those things legendary?
The berry or the dragon?
Both.
There's a bundle. I'm going to give emphasis on the dragon this time.
Yeah, gonna have to agree with Fel there.
I don't know. This berry sounds pretty fucking powerful. Maybe we can Orochi this thing. Looking at this berry. And
how's that dinner coming?
no,
Did we roll?
No. As far as I know, Bundle's just idly miming making food, but nothing's happening.
Oh right. He was trying to see if the person who has the next highest survival can help him cook.
Rania has a higher survival than you.
yeah,
Okay.
I can help. Hold on, let me finish this note.
Yeah,
real
you
quick.
have a 5. Rania has a
And-
6.
Oh, well then Ranya's better at cooking than I am. Shit.
Well, then Aranya has the help action.
Let's see. Half of the berry freezes the opponent with
1d6 hours if they fail the con save.
if they fell. Half freeze.
If they pass the save, they merely slow down by either 5 or 10 feet.
Okay. Half freezes by 1d6 hours. If a con save of what?
On a successful con save, they merely slow down by 5 feet.
No, what's the DC?
It's your spell DC +1.
Ah,
Because you created it.
con save. Spell DC +1 on failed slowed for 1 DC hours.
Slowed for a D3 rounds.
1d3 rounds. Either way, God, I wonder if I can liquefy the shit.
I wonder
that's
if
gonna be my
5 feet
question.
will help you with a dragon.
first, is that the thing? Shakes his head like, I'll get back to this after dinner. He goes. Okay, so will I be doing the survival?
I guess.
Okay.
Then I will be giving you help action.
All right, and I'll also give myself guidance. So, survival check with advantage.
I can't wait to see
guidance.
this Nat 2.
15 and an 18. So not horrible.
Alright, you and Bundle. You have to talk Bundle out of oversalting the fish at first.
I got a nat 2 on the other side. Screw you, Brett.
Barbaric inspiration.
Shut up, Dash.
Yeah, you have to talk Bundle out of like oversalting the fish, and then you pull out some leaves from your pack as like no. This would make a great like border for the dish, and eventually you do pull out.
You can always add more.
There's
Never
a
add
nice
less.
little presented like fish fillet
Wonder if I can make
with
a good
some
chutney.
fruit glaze on
Add some
the
good
bottom
berries
half of the
to
fillet.
glaze. I have 20 good berries to get rid of, so I add like I don't know 5. That it's a little more healthier. Okay. All right, food's up.
I really like this music.
It's good music. But yeah, we make some good fish.
Yeah, it's perfectly edible.
Mmm.
And Bundle scarfs it down.
Mmm.
He seems to be
puts on like a napkin, pulls up silverware, looks up. I'm imagining Fantastic Mr. Fox eating.
Yes.
Movie's fucking great.
Right, he's still as he's eating the berry, trying to think of if there's a way to liquefy it, but keep its well, like
Properties.
effects properties.
So you want to
Actually-
make Goodberry? You want to make Goodberry aid?
I want to make good berry wine, or rather, massive berry.
You would need proficiency with brewing or distilling
Mother-
in order to make that.
Ah! Technically, my base make me do potions in the beginning, but oh well. I now have a expertise in herbalism, but it doesn't help me brew things.
Yeah. Herbalism is not the same as making booze.
Yeah, herbalism is good for potion making that are like straight potion making. Brewing is like actively making alcohol.
The
Once
list
alcohol
of-
enters the equation, it's a completely different art.
The list of things Ranya has to learn in order to pull off the bullshit that he wants to do is...
I'm not trying to stop you. So I'm like, that seems a bit
No,
out
no,
of your hand.
Yeah. It
Like
just
you're not
is going to
all
take
powerful. You're only level 7, for God's sakes.
It's
Yeah.
just going to take a lot of time, and he's the list of things. Right. I won't be able to do that. I wonder if I can make it aromatic. I doubt it. Wait, can I?
I don't know.
Can I make it into an airborne gas?
Probably theory crafting later.
That would be technology doesn't even make.
So what, you want to make
Yes.
Goodberry
That
perfume?
doesn't exist.
No, there are.
You're just digging
like,
into the
at
list of
one point-
artisans' tools you need to learn to be proficient with.
I'm pretty sure that would fall into her.
No.
Because
No,
there
because
are a
herbalism
few
is only good for grinding up things and just making potion material.
There is it's items.
Herbalism.
Actually,
What is an herbalism kit good for? Absolutely nothing. Uh-huh. Actually, I have Xanathars, and they have the expanded talks.
yep. This is just from the player's handbook, the herbalism kit.
Herbalism kit. Proficiency with herbalism kit allows you to identify plants and safely collect their useful elements. Which is when you travel in the wild, makes it easier to identify plants. Yeah, basically it's to help you with herbs and collect useful parts of herbs and plants.
Okay, so it won't really help me out with berries.
I mean,
Although
it can help you identify that these are good berries, and these will indeed give you a boost to health. But
there is
yeah, what you're asking for is a bit out of your range at the moment.
I don't think there's a such thing as a berryism kit.
I mean, you could probably do a year's worth of research and maybe create it. I don't know.
Either way, my idea has gone off the rails. So, any idea of trying to weaponize this thing, even though I went to try to learn alchemy or
I mean,
learn
you could
herbalism?
probably distill it down
the-
into a. You could attempt to distill it down into a potion, but that would take a lot of trial and error.
My entire goal in trying to learn more herbalism.
Can't he make
doing this.
poisons with herbalism?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. Let's move on.
Alright, fish is pretty good.
Cool.
And Fell's eyeing Bundle the whole time as he's scarfing it down, like, isn't your meeting not for, like, a few hours? Why are you in such a hurry?
Because I gotta make sure that make sure that I'm, in case I'm not a little late.
Okay, he glitched out for me.
I'd like to make sure that everything before I leave arrives back home late. Did you hear me that time?
Mm-hmm.
You want to leave early and not come back late?
Hang on.
Yeah, apparently for me to make poisons, I need a poisoner kit. That's an entirely different thing. What does herbalism do? Activities, finding plants and identifying poisons. Okay. And poison kit.
Oh, okay. She still narrows her eyes and is like, just don't go abusing your powers, Catman.
I don't know what you're on about. Most I'll ever do is probably sneak into a bar or two.
I meant with this person you're meeting.
Oh. Well, as it were, this is not supposed to be any more than just a friendly welcome.
I went to Bard College, Bundle. I've lived with heartbreakers before.
He just looks to her and says, like the heartbreaker. I'm not even that.
Mm-hmm. Continues gnawing away at her fillet.
Just enjoy your fish.
I do. My compliments to the chef.
Run a thumbs up.
And to which Bundle then says, "Oh, by the way, here." He says as he hands Ron spices. In case you want to experiment with anything else we'll be eating.
Give me a list of whatever the hell that rack has.
Just say an arrangement of the standard stuff of salt, pepper, garlic.
Okay. Arrangement of spices.
Garlic, 7 herbs and spices.
Mm-hmm. Secret ingredient, white pepper.
Oh, and 1 jar of jungle spice. That's the only thing that's different.
Rania looks at the jungle spice. Sniffed it.
Jungle spice and super spice.
I'd be careful with that.
Super spice.
It just has the image of a chicken wing that's on fire.
Rania blinks. I didn't meet those chickens.
No, it's just a chicken that is on fire.
No, it's an actual feathered chicken wing that's on fire.
Oh.
Oh.
Rania blinks. I have a feeling I should not
looks ominous.
Does Rania
Should not
inspect it
bring
by
the-
sniffing it?
No.
Okay.
Look at how Dash make an intelligence check. Okay. I'm gonna say that's high enough.
Okay.
It's like, not gonna risk that.
Good dragon. Anyway, I'm going to go make sure that all. If you need me, I'll be rummaging around upstairs.
Yeah,
Switch.
Fel starts tuning her violin and just like, alright, da-da-da-da.
Rania's still staring at the massive betterberry. He blinks. I wonder if I can put certain spells into the creation of better.
Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to get her to buy some new leather armor. Let's take that 33 out of her,
You did say that you do that.
Yep.
Okay. Rania thinks to himself. So I've had spells that are made into berries before. Thus far they've been mainly random. I have made specific berries by concentrating on what I want.
Yeah, you found focusing on your good berry spell has produced better berries better than most of your random druid crafting. Because your druid crafting, you keep in your druid crafting experimentation, you keep like adjusting little like chromosomal options and variables in order to try and get what you thought you needed.
Rania tilts his head. He still has better berries prepared. And I still have a couple spell slots that I can use. Rania looks over at Dash. While Bundle's gone, you mind helping me?
Stones grind as he looks from his food to Rania.
I have a spell here. Identify to make sure that whatever I make will be tested before you enjoy the benefits of them. But I have faith in my ability, and I believe you should be
last
okay.
time I ate a mystery berry from you, I caught fire.
This time it won't be a mystery berry. It will be in a controlled setting and will not be purely at random.
You owe me a favor after this.
That is fair.
I'm writing that down in my notes, too. Rania owes Dash again.
Oh yeah, thinks to himself, okay, so thus far haste has been the strongest he'll create.
Well, you also got the
suppose
shock top
there's-
there. Well,
I don't know. I
Too
don't
much.
100% know what the shock one actually does. Now that I think about it, I know that it shocks people. Do I even have this written down yet? No, I never put down what the shock.
Should we move on?
Yeah. For now, we'll go on with bundle stuff, and but we'll,
all right, Bundle.
Getting kind of close to
you shit sorted.
getting close to a stopping point.
Bundle.
Not
It's like 15 minutes out from your assigned time, and you're like. I assume you put on your Fey cape.
he. Why not?
It's the classiest thing you own to wear.
And he wears his prestidigitation hat and makes himself. He makes himself smell nice, not over the top, just nice.
All right, you have like a hint of like you smell like a hint of nutmeg, like a slightly sweet spice to your after image.
All right. And as he walks out, he gives his regards to come back late. I'll try not to wake everyone up.
Mm-hmm. Fel waves you away as she like investigates a book.
And as he walks out, he closes the door. And the market where the orc is.
All right, you find her at her post as she's just putting a couple boxes on a cart, and she walks it over into the storehouse and then pulls it in, locks it, and turns around. You're there. Oh, hi. Shall we walk?
Please lead on. I'm not actually.
And you walk through the throughway. There's like a little walking section that leads to like a little assortment of parks, and you walk over a lot of the city where there's like a walkway where you can cross above and over a lot of the locked areas, and you can see bits of Arcania that you visited on your first Quicks mission. You can see a bit of an active social sector in the distance beyond the royal district, and is everything okay there, Grania? Someone was moving around, and it was sounding like
wasn't
there was.
me.
Oh, that was me.
Okay. Yeah, you walk above the walkway, and you pass an active social sector, and eventually you make your way to the wharf area. And there's like the steady sound of like seagulls cawing, and the sloshing of the waves as it racks up against the wooden docks. And there's some tough as nails elves just taking stores off of boats and walking them onto carts. And goddamn, man.
Sorry.
Frickin'. Yeah, you pass some dock workers, and eventually, as you guys exit the walkway and make each other, she finally manages to cough up a little bit of small talk, like, so, you're a cat?
That's beyond up. But believe the time.
I cannot hear you over whatever the hell's going on.
That is beyond obvious, but I believe the correct term is tabaxi.
Yes, you're from the northern... Your kind specifically hails from the northern jungles.
That's correct.
I've seen one that looks a lot like you. It's got like this blonde sheen to like the neckline, and yeah, she walks around a little bit.
And I can just sister.
It sounds like one of your sisters. It does not specifically sound like Silk. Because Silk has a more of a blue sheen to her complexion. Well, that sounds a bit more like Pebble.
Okay. I say, oh, so you've probably seen one of my family. Can you describe this one a bit more? I do have quite a few siblings.
Well, I'm gonna roll something for her. Oh, she's got a good history. It's not Pebble at all. God damn it. All right. She goes into a bit more detail about how she doesn't wear a lot of clothes, but she loves wearing skirts. Like whenever she's around, she's wearing like this berry colored like wild berry textured and colorized skirt material. It's a different one each time. One time it's like lemon berry, or time it's like blueberry or plum. And that reminds you of your sister Happy Veil, who, is true to her name, really liked bouncy, vibrant colors, and had a particular love for the Souther's habit of like these flowing skirts, even though she liked to cut hers a little short up around the heel. For agileness.
Okay.
So she could still climb stuff.
Well, he does note that, yeah, that's one of his. I believe that will be his younger sister.
Believe
and he goes about saying that he was one of a litter of 7, going about how he had to be the only boy amongst all the female about his family and the rest of the village.
Yeah, she goes on to mention that yes, this positively bursting tabaxi actually frequents the wharf, but she doesn't know anything more about her than what she's seen from a distance. Yeah, Hannah is not very talkative, as you can tell by the fact she took like 20 minutes to actively break the ice.
Well, seeing as how extremely shy, then trying to grill her like information from, he just starts talking just shop. Just how was her day? Did she sell anything good? Anything of note that's coming in that I might need to look out for? It just try to relax.
Well, I am thinking of expanding out to some textiles, some like grass skirts, and some perhaps small furnishings like little paperweights and boxes. People always need boxes. Like, they always need things to carry things in, and there's not really a great place outside of a furniture store that sells that. So I'm thinking maybe expanding into like little. Yeah, she goes on about it. Like her big idea is like she's thinking about opening up an avenue in her own little shop, or it's not really a shop. It's a it's like a her market stall for like carrying capacity things like bags and boxes specifically.
Okay. Well, seeing as how she's saying that, Bundle goes on to say that him and his party are attempting to get startings of an inn started, and saying that it would be a great idea if they could continue their conversation not just as simple personal customer, but as business partners.
She nods like that's a very common pursuit of adventurers. They always go for inns and bars. It's there might be tough competition on that front, but you said it's not in the city proper?
No, just south of the East Gate. If I remember that correctly.
Yeah, outside the East Gate, just south of the city.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it could work. Like I could maybe arrange some shipments of perhaps like an outlet. Are you taking part with Red Rhinos, perhaps?
Actually, we are. They're fixing up the building that we had acquired for this particular adventure.
Yeah, they the Red Rhinos is a pretty neat little enterprise they've got going, where they specifically have options for shops input into your structure, as well as my personal favorite, the caravansary.
You seem to know quite a bit about them.
She kind of blushes. Oh, it's not really that much. It's just. Do you know what a caravansary is?
He shakes his head no.
A caravansary is basically a rotating stock of merchants. How like it's named after a caravan. How like different caravans would come in each week, and basically bring in like every week you'd get a few new merchants that would basically fill up little stalls outside of your structure, and you just get this rotating stock of like a lot of exotic goods, perhaps a pet, an animal trainer or seller would stop by sometimes. It's just, instead of having just 4 set shops, you would just have a constant rotating cast of characters to keep coming in. And you can maybe make friends with some of them, and maybe have like some pop by like once every 3 cycles or something like that, or just have a constant turnover.
And as Bundle's getting this information, he's constantly asking questions and just getting... Since he figures it would be best to make this a business relationship than one of a lustful pursuit, it would be better for his working as well as the team. And but he is still going to be flirty, regardless.
Oh, and every time you do, she just blushes a little deeper and kind of gets a little quiet for a minute. But then eventually you lull her out with more talk. She basically fills you in on the Red Rhino's operation. How like, yeah, my big brother, he's one of the market technicians for Red Rhino. He's working on actually talking it out with the Royal Council about loosening the strictures on battle rings and fighting pits. There has been sort of a crackdown on those, but strangely enough, there's not many libraries here in Redport that are available to the general public. It's a lot of royal knowledge and specialty, like collegiate affairs, but not many general public, which I think is very sad. She kind of gets a little eased back. Like, I'm trying to learn how to read and write better myself.
That's a wonderful pursuit to go. Not many people take much stock in it when they really should.
And I know it's the best way to get a better station in life is just be able to negotiate, especially since so many businesses use writing and resumes and written contracts. I best know how to read and summarize those. Although I feel I should still hire a legal agent to help me with that. I feel they're the best at those, most likely. It's you notice now as you talk with her more, she's got like a single chipped tooth that seems to be right where her tongue like does the most work, and that's why she's got like a little bit of a slight lisp going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely something I really want to make aim for. That, and I'm really jealous of all the wizards. Oh gosh, they have just such a... It's not just that they're smart, it's that they're so resourceful. And compared to a simple merchant like myself who only knows one or two things, like how to properly stack boxes, that way you have the stock that goes fastest out on top and stuff. No, they've got like so many different, they're like jacks of all trades. They have spells and books for dealing with animals, spells and tomes for divining knowledge out of environments. There's the druids who know how to deal with nature, and I'm just so jealous. I wish I had some innate magical ability, but I just have to teach myself to use the basic magic of language first.
At this point, you have it rough as it is. I believe that the wrong way. The fact that you know so much about what's known means that you actually have a leg up on these casters, and that you have a fount of knowledge about the people. That is something they don't have, and something that you should check.
Roll a charisma check.
Damn it.
Do it.
Go, leader. Go.
Do it for the Senate.
Fuck! Roll the names.
I trust your judgment. I don't know. They can just do so much compared to I can only do a few simple things. I appreciate it though. You just gotta. Yeah, you're not quite the barding type that I once took you for. You're more of a laid back sort of persona. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate this. I'm just a bit nervous, and as you round a corner, she looks up. Oh, look! It's my home, and you see a little cabin built on the side of a lighthouse that has this massive green, like almost ogre-sized orc in like a sailor's cap, in like a captain's cap, and like an apron in the shape and style of an anchor. So there's a lot of nipple and skin showing on this man.
Oh boy. And can he see me?
It's your passive stealth.
Passive. Oh, my passive stealth. If we're just going by what my stealth.
10 plus your stealth
Oh, 20!
All right, you're standing in slightly shadowy part of the way, so he... Yeah, no, he's just busy going about his own business, and he's like clanging away at like some metalwork on the side of the lighthouse.
Okay. Well, since he cannot see me, and I know that we're close, it's time to go ahead and wrap this up. So I, thank and let her know that that this talk was informative, and that he would like to do this again when he comes back.
Oh, you don't want to come in for tea?
Oh, well, I don't mean to impose.
Oh, no. I brought you out this far. I might as well sate you with a bit of tumbleberry tea. It's a Mornsinger secret recipe.
Well, I don't mind, but he's gonna roll insight on this massive orc to see if that's a good.
Well, you're still about 50 feet away, so you can't. And he's half facing away from you, but you just see the big side, like, oh my. Yeah, this guy's at least pushing 9.5 feet tall.
He's gonna say yes to the tea, so as not to be rude. But he's also not going to come off as when it comes to the giant orc.
Okay. As you approach, she cries out, Hey, Daddy! And he's like, huh? And he just peers around, a big cigar sitting in the corner of his jowl. He's like, hello. Good to see you, daughtery daughter. Reaches over and pats her head. He's like, oh, and you have a friend with you. Is this one of your fellow marketeers? Oh, no, this is Mr. Bundle. He's new in town, and he just had some questions about Red Rhinos in particular. Ah, so he's interested in joining Marty, perhaps? Oh, no. He actually acquired some property, and he wanted to know how it all worked. Ah, wellspring of knowledge my daughter is, right, Mr. Bungle?
But that's Bundle, sir, and yes, I have had quite the lesson this evening.
Yeah, she'd make a regular school teacher if only for writing just a bit better, but I if I remember correctly, you're working on that, but please, make yourselves in. I believe Nana's about to make us some tea.
And he walks in.
And you enter, and this is a very plain little checker-topped table with a couple lanterns on the sides. And in there is a middle-aged blonde human woman just stirring away at a massive cauldron.
That's actually surprising. But Bundle just looks about and sees what would be the appropriate place to sit. And
oh yeah, there's some hollowed out barrels they made into seats over by the checker-topped table.
Okay, so he takes a seat,
and the human woman takes note of you and brings over a kettle that has been sitting inside of the cauldron, and just brings it out, flips over a little mug. It's like, here you go, dearie, and pours you out this thick green liquid with some what looks like berry skin floating in it.
I give it a sniff.
It smells a little spicier than you do, actually. Like, ooh.
He gives it a sip.
Okay. quick con save for me. Just see if you burn yourself.
Natural 1, he catches on fire.
God damn it, Dash! Yeah, I had to say something. I think I burned myself.
Yeah, you fail to conceal a little yowl as like. It's like, you gotta blow on it first, dearie. Mom, don't be nice to him. This might be the first marbleberry tea he's had. It's like,
it is
no excuse.
And he gives it a blow, and then takes a sip.
All right, this time it's a bit more manageable. You managed to just like swirl away, maybe get some of the skin in there to maybe absorb some of the heat. It's like, it's better. It's very thick, like the liquid first pounced out. It's like, it's not quite syrupy, but it's like halfway between like a thick like Jamba Juice and like it's like a little thicker than that. Or it's like not quite as, it's like a hot smoothie without the ice chunks.
Okay.
And it's got this very thick, spicy taste to it, like chai with like if you chai latte like an avocado. That's sort of like the consistency you're dealing with.
Okay,
it's creamy and yet spicy.
That's still pretty good. I've actually had something similar to that. So he's all for it. He's drinking. And
they make small talk with you. Eventually, the dad enters in through his massive porthole on the side of the wall, and bends down, kisses the human woman, full on the mouth, and it's like, makes a fine kettle of tea. She does.
I'm inclined to agree, sir.
That's good. That's good. You'll go farther in this world if you do that, especially with the women folk. The human woman kicks him in the shin. He's like, I'm joking. I've got to go and finish hauling in the boat. I'll be back later, though, and you stay out of trouble, young miss. And exits, and you spend the next 10-15 minutes making small talk and enjoying your tea. They pour you a second mug, and they give you a little bit of the portraiture tour, where it's like, yes, this is her brother, like a little pencil sketch of her brother, looking in this dapper little like colonial style suit, and this is
like
all her cousins.
Sailor or
like a colonial style suit. Like,
okay.
No, he works at the Red Reno. Remember?
Oh, right.
He's got like an office job.
Okay.
And there's a lot of cousins, but it's only her and her brother in the immediate family, besides her human mother and her full orc father.
Okay, so she's clearly a half-orc.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, he obliges by taking interest in all that is being shown to him, but he doesn't overstay his welcome by being very cordial, and once he's done with the second round of tea, he stands and says it's probably time that he takes
there's a lull in the small talk eventually, and it's like, well, I best go. And she Henna gets up and curtsies cordially and waves you goodbye as you exit out the front, and as does her mother. She cordially gives you a nod of the head as you exit.
Okay.
Watch out out there. Those thieves will do whatever they need to grab what they want from you.
Oh, if you only knew.
Insight! Never mind, that's a 5.
Ah! but he he gives a nod, and when he looks to the God damn it,
Henna?
can you tell me her name again so I can actually write it down? I
Yeah,
have
her
kind
name
of
is Henna Mornsinger.
Okay, wait, I have it down, motherfucker. Okay, when he looks to Henna, he actually gives a bow, and then leaves.
She blushes again and stumbles to a seat. And you exit back. You make it back to the fortress. Perfect, easy. They didn't. There's no guards like, I gotta see your papers, you cursed foreigner. No, you make it back to your fortress nice and fine. You get in. Most of the party is wound down a little bit. Ranya's still playing with his berries. That sounds wrong. And yeah, you guys wind down. Rania, before we cut to the next morning, there will be a little more. Rania took a look at the zap berries, and she actually raises a brow as she hands it back to you. These are peculiar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, if you throw this at someone and they fail, they will take electric damage. Yeah?
I'm not eating that.
However, if they succeed, they heal a D4. It's like, yeah, if they fail, they fail, but if they succeed, they succeed. It's a weird berry. So it's literally a coin flip whenever you use these. Either you're going to gain health or lose it. It's...
Ranya stares at the berry. Oh, these things are...
An exclamation point made of electricity just appears in it.
Ranya grunts. Well, I literally can't use in the chance that it might help our enemies, and I can't use these on my allies in case they hurt them. So they're kind of useless to me.
And she just points to the green teeth berries, like, yeah, and these will rot half your teeth out. Each time you use it, you will lose half of your teeth until you only have one.
I thought that's what the tooth fairy berries did.
Oh, the green teeth. I'm sorry.
Green teeth are different.
Okay, yeah, it's been
I
so
think they
damn
just
long.
made your teeth green.
These
Girl,
just
that.
seem to be... I think these might be invisible ink. I'm not sure. Like I looked at it, but it was green, but then it just disappeared after a while.
What?
I mean,
Dash, come here for a second.
Dash approaches.
Okay. So what you're saying is, if we apply this to someone, it'll make him green, and then it'll make him invisible.
No. It's the dye will disappear. The green dye will disappear.
Oh,
Having
okay.
sudden deja vu. I feel like we've had this conversation before.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so it doesn't make your teeth green. Okay,
Well, it
I've never
does. It's basically like you're eating ink, but then it disappears after like a minute.
Okay. Wait, is it still there then?
Wait, on who?
He's at when the ink turns invisible. Does it just?
Just being invisible? I think we tried this on Dash once. Made his teeth green for a bit. Does he still have ink on his teeth?
On the surface, doesn't look like it. Unless there's some
just
green from the fish dinner still stuck in between his teeth.
Rania takes out a dagger. Dash, I'm gonna need one of your teeth.
Rania, I will breathe acid on you.
Puts a dagger away. All right.
Felion is like, stop harassing each other, you fools.
Green ink. That turn is. I guess it could be used as a prank. Market it like that. Oh well. For now, that's all I can do. I am going to try to do an experiment by making a better berry. Like I said in the notes, try to make enhance ability into a better berry, focusing on the bear's endurance.
Okay.
So I guess I'll be casting it at a second level. See if it works.
So wait, are you attempting to use Druidcraft in addition with Goodberry?
You said that if I tried to focus on the spell...
basically, what I was talking about with why those other berries came to being was because you were messing with Druidcraft. You weren't messing with good berries. You were messing with Druidcraft.
Okay. So I need to make the better berries and then try to.
And then you use Druidcraft to mess with them even more.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make 5 using a second level spell slot. I'm going to try to manipulate those 5 using Druidcraft, while thinking about the enhanced ability Bear's Endurance.
Alright, make an Arcana check.
And I suppose I can't...
For this,
can't...
no.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta try raw intuition for this.
The list of things that I have to learn: Arcana, Perception...
I feel like at this rate you're going to get proficiency in Arcana checks.
No, I'd have to actually train.
Yeah, we're still going with actual training.
So it's not that I can it and eventually I get proficiency. Doesn't work like that, apparently.
Show me the magic.
15, not horrible.
Alright, you managed to take the 5 better berries, and you mess with them enough, you get 1. You actually, like, when you're messing with it, you just like make like a dome, and you crush it together. Like you make like a little tent to mix the berries in, and you crush it down, and as you lift up the dome, it has created 1 enhanced ability berry.
I was actually imagining like cells kind of fusing together as they fuse together.
Yeah, it's like inside the dome before you crushed it, the 5 berries came together, and then you smashed it together to like, cohese it. So yeah, you get 1 enhanced ability berry.
Rania blinks, looks over at Dash.
It's in the shape of a tiny bear figurine.
That's adorable.
Dash
It's a bear-y.
Ah!
What have you done, Brett? You've only yourself to blame for this.
It's okay, it's not sentient. At least I hope not.
To try my berry?
Dash holds out his hand for the berry.
He hands it over to him.
It looks like a tiny bear doll. It's like, this isn't a berry at all.
Nom.
Feel harder, better, faster, stronger.
And if it works the same as Bear's Endurance, advantage on Constitution. Yeah, and you also get 2d6 temporary hit points.
You don't feel sick like you usually do when you eat these berries, and that's new.
Okay. And this is con checks, right?
Yes, for the next 8 hours?
No real way to make a con check, I believe. I think
Well,
it's working.
There
Again,
is one
don't know
way
how
to
to
do
test.
on check.
Check or
Ranya's-
save? Because they
Uh,
are different, remember.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hold on, let me look.
There is drinking.
No.
I thought
Let's see.
drinking would be a con save, though.
Okay, yeah, that's a Constitution check. Wait, what the fuck would be a Constitution check?
You also gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
We don't ever do con checks for anything. It's always Constitution save.
So I am,
Yeah, you have 7 temporary hit points. Not bad. I don't think it's all that useful at this higher
I guess
up.
you could try punching me to see if it worked like that.
Run your blinks. Try to go for a punch.
Strength check.
wait, would it be at advantage since Dash really isn't trying
What's your AC, Dash?
16.
Bronk. Oh my god, he's so tough.
Jesus! Abs. That hurts my fist.
At this point, Bundle walks in. Are you two? All right.
You see,
We're
Ronnie
trying
just
to test the
punching
berry.
Dash.
Punch me.
Fellas over there in the corner with their pill and stuff like, oh god, you guys are idiots.
Punch me. Hit me.
Well, I left you in charge. What happened?
I got tired. You deal with it.
Both of you, stop it.
We're trying to test out a berry.
Yeah, if this really did work, then potentially it can make more of them. And if it worked with that one, it should work with, me think of list, bull strength, cat's grace,
I feel like bull strength would have been the better one to test.
So,
yeah, but
just to be sure, I got
Yeah, so
this
he
right.
can use his strength to punch someone through the fortress. Goody.
bull strength gives you advantage on strength. Bulls your carrying capacity? Holy crap. Okay.
What was Bundle gonna say?
Bundle is going to say, so let me get this straight. You're making more berries by punching him in the chest.
No,
Yes.
he made a bear's endurance.
Yeah, he nods. Yep. Should make you a bit tougher and make it be able to take more hits.
So we're trying to test that out.
And this is going to go on all night.
Probably not all night. Eventually, I'll have to sleep. But if
I was just
I can,
wanting to see how much tougher it made me. So that's why I'm telling you to.
The Bundle just looks to Rania, looks to Dash, looks back to Rania, looks to Dash. I'm going to bed. And just goes.
fine.
Yeah,
Don't
probably a good idea. Though.
Science. Fine. All right. Well, be
You
looking.
break something, you bought it. He says as he walks.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I still have a couple spell
I
slots.
mean, out of
left.
character, we know it worked.
Yes.
Okay, so I can make 15 better berries with a 4th level spell slot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I expend my 4th level spell slot to make 15 better berries.
I'm going to bed, Rania.
Alright.
All right, I'll tell you at the end of this. You can make 6 enhanced berries.
6 enhanced berries?
Yeah, you refine your spell making to be able to make 2 berries out of each batch of better berries.
Okay.
Okay.
So out of 15 better berries, that means you can make 6.
I imagine having bull strength and cat's grace at least for Dash and Bundle would be a good.
Okay, I'll make 2 cat's grace, 2 bull's strength, and I think I'll make 1 eagle's splendor and 1 owl's wisdom.
All right. You get him.
Yeah, that's probably a good point to call it.
Okay.
And as you guys are getting ready to sleep, there's a banging on the door.
Ah, motherfucker.
Dash goes and checks.
I'll get it. Fel gets up and looks at the door. What?
Who is it?
Rubs her eyes. I think it's... What's her name? Oh, God. Open it, jeez. Opens it up. There's a jade-masked figure with glowing eyes.
I thought we were meeting in the morning.
Yeah, well, plans have changed.
Of course they have.
She plops herself down walks right in, slams the door behind her, walks down, rummages through your cabinets until she finds a bottle of booze.
Oh, she tries to look for the bottle of booze? Okay.
Rania will give her a wave as she passes by.
She's not gonna find it down there. Has the rummaging caused ruckus, like enough to wake?
I feel like her slamming on the door was enough.
Yeah, you know someone's at the door before you come back. It's like, oh, really? This time of night?
He just pops his head down, sees who it is, and just says, "It's not down there, damn it!"
Come on, Bundle. We got some pretty bad business. Apparently.
Could not this way things like this as he's pulling on pants. Fuck a shit.
Plans have changed. Her words.
He pulls on
the music just got really ominous.
He pulls on his pants, walks downstairs, gets close to her, and then full of brandy he bought.
She snatches it from you and immediately, like, her mask has actually slightly changed. She now has like one of those masks where it only really covers her nose and eyes, and the bottom half is like string, like those beaded hallway doors where it's just like beads of string.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just swipes aside the string and it's like dukes as she looks back, and you see her eyes glower through the mask. I can tell you with your passive insight, this woman seems like she's drinking to cover something up like pain, with you sitting right next to her, glaring into her mask.
Rania blinks.
You don't see this
So
one
how-
yet. He does.
No.
So, how have plans changed?
You're going to love this. False alarm.
What?
It turns out one of our oracles had themselves a pre-visual dream that this was a prophecy of sorts, that it could happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So we've sent a couple of scouts out to check it out for our own needs. Takes another pull on the brandy, drink, winces, puts the bottle down. Believe me, I'm in a worse mood than you are, because the prince has been going through a goddamn panic attack because of this goddamn oracle. Oh gods, I like this even less. And of course the voices just won't shut up as she rubs her temples. And I have to go around to you and tell you that we're sorry. We kind of jumped the, we leapt the cannonball in this instance.
Left the cannon. At this point, Bundle is like, he's not super angry yet, but he is a little pissed. And he says, do you know how much gold we spent preparing for this? And now you're telling me it's off?
It is postponed, potentially. It is not off. Believe me, young Arrowhead, I myself am also quite upset at this. And if it weren't for the fact I have only restricted access, I would go give a good firm talking to this particular oracle who's done this before. Many, many times before.
So what you're saying is you have a faulty oracle.
I'm not going... Your words, not mine.
Sounds less like that she's faulty and doesn't exactly do things in order.
Look, godly powers are not an exact science at this point. We're having trouble just maintaining our own clerics to make sure they have consistent outputs when it comes to morale boosting and buff and war buffs and all this. So I understand your disappointment. There's a reason I'm here and not Fayette or God forbid Philia comes down here. God damn that wench.
Well, there goes that plan for me getting an audience with the bomb.
No. There's still opportunity for you to muck around and earn your forward momentum. It's just not going to be fighting a dragon, most likely, unless you take one of those outlandish quest boards.
Ranya waves his hand.
What is it you have to propose then?
Never mind.
Oh, I'm here to propose
Sorry.
this. I'm just the messenger telling you that the job's off for the moment, but takes another drag. How much did you pay for this whiskey?
Enough.
Are you sure?
Considering the news that we're getting at this late hour, yes.
This tastes like 8 silver whiskey.
And then Bundle says, like I said, enough.
Yeah, she keeps rubbing her temples as she's drinking, and fell at first, like, do you need, like, a healing word or something to help you? No, I don't. I appreciate it, young fiend folk, but I need more. Also, you look at this woman, she doesn't look old. She looks like she's not quite 30. So her throwing around the young moniker is quite perplexing.
My theory is she's a
She's a what?
Vampire.
out of character. I'm theorizing she's a.
Well, I'd offer you something a bit stronger, but it's not a...
I know. This is just my compensation for dropping by and doing my due diligence as a messenger. Which I hate being a due diligence messenger because I am a junior lieutenant in the National Guard. I should not have to be the messenger, but apparently I'm the envoy for your particular group.
Fair enough, I suppose. So what is our job? Since you're gracing us with your presence.
Well, she pauses and her eyes flicker for a good 10 seconds until she returns. I'm sorry. Your current duties are basically we can relay you some noble varied quests. Like there's a nobleman who has scared away his bodyguard with his cheap tricks, so there's some guy who's like that. There's flips through a little notebook she has. Have you ever heard of a village called Corn?
Actually,
Yes.
Yeah, for a few months they've been having some trouble with a curse, a hex, one of those damn things that we haven't had time to actively spare manpower for, but we opened it up to the community of adventurers guilds. But currently everyone else has been heading out to sea because of some, I don't know, something's drawing a lot of people to merchant marine work rather than adventuring work. I don't understand it. And yeah, there's we've actually had a crew of ours go missing out in the I shouldn't really be saying this, but your name is Bundle of Arrows, right?
yes.
Okay, your sister's working for us right now, and we haven't heard from her in a good in at least a fortnight.
Wait, wasn't Amir with her?
Oh yes, the former mercenary. Yes, they went out to hunt out murmurs of a mysterious death cult moving out in the swamplands.
What's the name of this cult?
There are multiple death cults currently operating in the eastern sector. We're trying to figure out which one it was. There's the Fiend one, there's the Dragon one, there's the Son of Man cult. Ruddy hippie fuckers.
So,
Why are there so many damn cults?
I don't know, people are bored.
so for the first time, Bundle sits down and actually takes the that she has been drinking on the whole time and upends it himself, because that's bad news for
We
him.
don't think they're dead, because our other oracle, who specializes in monitoring our operatives, has been fairly good about saying their life energy is still active in the world. Although that could mean they have been hijacked by some beastly machine and they are currently being used to power some ungodly mechanism, but that hasn't happened in at least a decade. We quelled that uprising.
You said it's to the east.
Yeah, swamplands to the east. Actually past Corn.
Dashigan looks to Bundle.
Hit up Corn and then see about looking into the disappearance of our friend.
Sorry, go ahead, Rania.
But I was asking Brett if he could switch us to the map so we can have a look at
Yeah.
Sure. The big map or the standard map?
it. Standard map. I
Yeah,
think
the-
the standard map should
The
be
region
enough.
map. Because, yeah.
Yeah, we can see
Ranya's-
Corn.
Ranya's got a business over here. So we could
Yeah.
literally make one giant fucking circle.
Rania, do we take out the map in game?
I'd say
Oh yeah, Dash. I would hope Dash takes it out, unless he's being like, I know where we're going.
Those
yeah,
marks
no,
on
Dash definitely would have brought out the map, and he has been marking. He has been marking where we've been learning stuff is.
Yeah, and
so-
your and
I don't think.
We're in the marshes where they last.
we sent them
Yeah.
south of the swamp because that's where we wanted them to start, because we heard murmurs as far as the coastline.
So
it was along the
about
coastlines.
here-
They entered. We told them to enter on south. That's where we last heard from them. We know there's some. We know they were last heard from somewhere in there.
And Rania actually put these marks on the map.
No,
Right?
he did not.
No, he did not.
He paid attention to where they're supposed to be.
He's
I
paid
put him
attention to
on-
rumors.
Yeah. So
No,
he's
he
really
better.
staring the map, being very, very quiet right now as he's staring at certain parts of them.
I would say he should probably point this out now while we try to figure out a route.
His eyes flick to the newcomer in their midst, and he just remains quiet.
Oh, by the way, Feliana, you're working for the Archfey now, right?
How the hell did she know that?
Fel kind of quiets up. That's not. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not spying on you. I'm not one of those bloody quicks men. I just have sources beyond most's comprehension. As she takes another dark drag.
We do have to hit up the forts. So, I'm thinking what we do is we go hit up Korn, solve their problem, then move on to Chemtree and make a circle from there.
By the way, you guys haven't heard about a metallic dragon in the mountains of north of the Spindlewood, have you?
We actually met him.
Do you know of his intentions? We've been trying to register all of the localized dragon complaints and notices, and we're trying to keep track of which ones we can perhaps approach and which ones we just need to look forward to eradicating.
When we met him, he seemed friendly enough. He helped us out with a bit of trouble. Took some payment that one of our...
I was about to ask if he took tribute from me, because it would be strange if he helped. We haven't heard of a truly good aligned dragon in almost two generations.
He did kind of, I guess, blackmail us into tribute.
He took a tithe. Yeah, like the royalty does.
Yeah, and I've personally been meaning to try and meet him at some point, because maybe see if he has any info about Tiamat's cult or Tiamat.
He did tell you to keep to get in contact with him later on. So it is an...
Oh, he's approachable.
Apparently, there is an invocation to Black Dragonborn friend over here. So if you...
Bundle raises his hand. Me too.
Have it in.
Wait, what?
I was going to say, Bundle would also be like, hey, I'm in on this too.
Yeah, the invitation was towards Dashikin specifically, wasn't it?
Well, he motioned to the two people who spoke Draconic.
Yeah.
So, we gotta meet up with him at some point as well.
Yeah, I guess while you're over there, Miss Totterell, or is it Fizavin right now? And Fel's just getting more and more just, like, reserved. Like, I don't like that you know this much. It's okay. I'm not spying on you, I swear. I don't want to know this information. Well, I do, but I can't...
Maybe you could explain that.
None of you would understand what the hell's going on, especially with me, so I'm just going to keep it brief. I know you're working with the Archfey, and that's perfectly fine. As long as it doesn't interfere with my obligations to the Prince. Because if the Archfey start making a move against them, I want you to tell me ahead of time, that way I won't kill you first.
Rania blinks, looks over at the masked person. Why... On the other hand, you could see about asking our party member here if through her you could make an alliance with the Archfey rather than leave a risk of an attack.
That's not my that's not my specific department.
He nods.
I don't mean... Look, I don't mind you working for the Archfey. I don't at all. Not at all. You can make your alliances where you want. But my alliance is to my prince, and it's going to stay that way. And if anything threatens that, I have to be on alert.
So, the dragon, where was he last seen in the mountains?
Oh no, we just been hearing he was in the mountains. We wanted your confirmation that he was approachable.
Maybe
because we've been trying to register them.
Maybe we could stopping by there first, then, and register him, I guess.
Possibly.
Ask him
You
if
can
he
you
would
can
like
go where you
to
want, because I was just pointing out to your tiefling friend over here that there's a fort over there, Fort Chemtree, and I know you people are supposed to make the rounds at the forts.
Yeah. So
Because I wanted to know that. Thank you, Dad. And she just stares up into the ceiling as she says that.
Mar, isn't she?
Shh. We don't know that.
Anyway.
Fun fact, there is no such thing. You people have never heard of anything like that before.
Fair enough.
So that's out of character knowledge.
Possibly.
That was an out of character comment.
Yep.
Possibly.
And Phelps is
Ranya
getting
might
more
have,
and more
but-
concerned, like, who the hell are you talking to? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just want to let you know I'm sorry for giving you guys such a bitch of a time. We offered this as a peace offering. She pulls out a sack of gold. It's like, there is 1, 2, 3. Opens the sack again, pulls out a little bit of gold. There is 200 gold in there to make up for your expenses. We apologize. There's 50 gold apiece. 50 gold each. 50 gold each, 200 overall.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take my share of it. 50 gold.
Same.
We're sorry. It was not meant to go down that way, but we are trying to work out our own little divine hiccups. All of
Run
us.
shrugs. Well, we still have a different job to do for the crown, then, don't we?
Yes, actually. You basically have a couple weeks of your own to do what you wish. You can go out east. You can search out your relatives and whatnots in the Marsh Swamp. You can go work in corn for a little bit. You can do what you want. However, you will probably be in contact with one of my, I'm not going to call her a friend, but she is a fellow concern of the prince. Her name is Philia, and she's something. And I know you already think I'm something, mister. She is the vizier of the kingdom.
that sounds important.
She is also the high mage of Red Keep. So no matter where you are, you're going to receive a vision of an elven maid wearing some elaborate robe that I think is quite gauche, but I'm not allowed to comment on fashions anymore. So, yes, you will have a few weeks to your own. You can go seek out the bully boards and the questing magnets for various work ethics. Again, we're sorry for the hassle. We hope this minor discount helps soothe those worries. And clicks her tongue. Is there anything left in that brandy thing? I need one more passive mute.
He lifts it up, swirls whatever could be left.
There's still about a third of the fifth left.
Bundle just gives a heavy take it.
You are most appreciated. And she just pulls out the cork and just tilts it back, like basically holding it with her teeth up in the air for a good 20 seconds.
One of these days I need to learn how to make
And she pulls it up, wipes her mouth with the back of her hand. I hope you have a better time of it than we are. And good luck out there. You might need it, you might not. I don't know. You guys seem fairly capable at this point. I mean, you met a... Okay, remind me, was it bronze or copper? Because we got a conflicting a vision from one of our telescopic seekers.
It's that acid, didn't it?
No, it's spat fire.
Which means it would have been brass.
Brass? So it wasn't copper or bronze. God
Yeah,
damn
it
it,
was,
Tim.
he was a brass. Goes by
Dash again pronounces the first name in Draconic because I'm not going to be able to pronounce that myself.
Killian Valley.
Okay. Killian Brass. You sure it was brass?
Positive. I distinctly remember fire. And
Okay, that's
As far
good.
as
That's
I'm
good. Thank you. I just need to make sure of this so that I can talk to our registration team.
And if it helps, we will probably be making our way towards the Spindlewood. If that will help the crown even.
Spindlewood's not really of the concern at the moment. It's more or less you have a couple weeks of your own. You can mill about in town. You can mill about out east. You can go north for all I care. It is not my duty to control the subjects. It
I'm
is not
personally
any of
thinking-
our duty to control the subjects. We merely want to give you options.
Alright. Well, I have an idea of what we should probably do, but I'll probably take your leave.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate your patience and your willingness to hear me out. It is a lot more than a lot of others would give me at this time of night. Also, I don't mean to insult your taste in booze, but I think you might want to check out that cellar next time and maybe talk them down a few more gold.
Bundle bites his tongue to say something rather mean, but he nods.
Wisdom save!
Really?
I want to see this. I want to see if you can take this much abuse.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
could just have
Lucky number
stupid
13.
Nah, he fails.
I still have no idea what class she.
What creeps out before you catch yourself?
How about next time you don't drain the whole damn bottle in one fucking sitting?
She gives you a wicked side eye. We're talking like Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns level of side eye. And leans over to you and whispers, "Let's see you open your brainstem to be a pathway for gods to talk to you, and then we'll talk."
Might I remind you it was 3 a.m.?
Might I remind you, I don't give a shit. I can never sleep.
Ryan remains quiet when he hears this.
Are we done?
I am done, yes. Are you done?
Of course. There's the door.
Have a pleasant one. And stands up, readjusts her mask, and readjusts her sword cane as she exits out the door, cape flowing into the night as it starts raining and thunder crashing outside.
I protect rain.
Were it not for the fact that she's a damn... I like her. He says, tosses the empty bottle into a bin.
Do we want to talk her out tonight?
Tomorrow... It's fucking late. He says as he...
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. I can't think properly right now, says Fel.
Alright.
It's interesting they have someone who communes with the gods backing a royalty member.
To be fair, it's something I would have seen from a mile away. Why not get insight from the beyond? Especially the whole place of power.
It's less that, and that the being in question, since he is offering aid, backs team member.
Fel pipes up. It didn't look like she was very happy to have the conversation with gods.
No, but she is using it to aid the royalty, so it is a tool that she can,
Not all tools are pleasant ones. it
or
seems.
rather, maybe she is the tool being used.
I was gonna say, can't clerics, like, choose to activate that power? She didn't look like a cleric to me.
Ranya shakes his head.
Regardless, Bundle has oh god late in the morning, so let's get some rest.
Will do. And Fel goes off and just face plants face first into her bedroll.
Hmm.
Ranya stays awake a little bit while longer looking at the map.
Does Dash notice this?
Yes. Because as you move to take the map away, he holds it like, hold on a minute.
I'm trying to make plans.
Is there someplace specific you're wanting to go? Because if so, you need to tell us.
Ranya shakes his head. Not so much want to go. I don't think I'm ready to go yet.
Well, where are you wanting to go? Or where do you need to go? Ready or not?
He points to a spot north of Kemun Tree and over there. Here is a place where I will need to go eventually, but I don't know if the person that will still be there, or if that person is there, if I'm ready to confront them yet.
Nice. Your
Given the
investments are
nature,
turning out pretty well.
given the nature of the person that I'm looking for, likely would not still remain in the area. But it is a strong possibility that
And
they may be.
this mark's on the map, right here.
Yeah, you see like a little...
I think that the town.
Yeah, there's a town mark here.
Yep,
right?
there's a town marker there, there's a town marker at Corn, town marker on the border between the Rockies and the...
What I'm thinking then, if that's the case, is decide to go to Corn rather than Killian.
And there's also one at the bottom.
Oh. Well, regardless, Dash is like,
If we decide to go to Corn rather than Killian for our circle, should be our route as we're making our way towards Swamp.
Ranya stares at him. I said that I'm not particularly sure if I'm ready to confront the problem that I need to face there yet. I would rather us go around that area if possible.
Just keep in mind, sometimes for some things, it's ready, but sometimes we have to face things before we're ready.
Ranya shakes his head. You don't understand, and I don't think that now is the time to explain to you yet.
Are we ready to go to bed yet? Fel says as she's buried deep in the pillow. I don't want to make a decision now.
Ranya nods. It's fine. I'll turn off the light. He lets them take the map and shrugs.
We'll talk about it
Either
tomorrow,
way.
okay?
Ranya nods. Alright.
I love you both, but I really need my beauty sleep.
Sleep then.
None of you
Ranya,
complimented my beauty, and I hate you.
You've yet to get your sleep yet.
I'm heading to the roof.
Murder
Okay.
eyes from Fel's direction.
Dash heads to the roof to sleep under the.
Alright, you stare beneath the starboard sky. Bundle, are you also on the roof, Bundle?
No, he on top.
Alright.
Ranya
Curls up in his onesie.
curls up in his onesie and goes to the fireplace.
You stare up into the sky, Dash, and you start doing your childhood habit of piecing together the constellations with your finger.
Yeah, that sounds like something he would.
There's like there's like the sun, like the chariot of the sun in the corner. The hoof of the mighty bull of the sky in there, and then you start piecing together the face of a dragon. And it doesn't look mean, it doesn't look intimidating, it's just there in the sky, staring back at you. As you close your eyes and think about the following day, we are going to draw this particular episode of the Dynamics of Good and Evil to a close.
Yay!
Executive producer, Brett the Wiz, Bachelor of Science.
Oh.
I like how Rania still thinks Dash would understand stuff, when out of everyone, Dash would probably understand Rania.
No, it didn't think you'd understand. It's that he didn't have time to explain it to you that night.
Fair